going on, guys? This is Alex here from 814EDC, and I am finally getting around to doing my reviews on my two Finch knives. So today's specific review is on the Finch Cimarron, and then tomorrow's video that I'm filming right after this is on the Finch 1929. It's been, I want to say, like a month and a half or so since I've got my Finch knives in. It's just, I have been pretty busy, with school, with finishing up the year and stuff like that. I actually graduate on Saturday, so that's exciting. But I've also gotten some loaners in through the Black Widow pass-around group and just some other guys that I was trying to focus on getting done. So that's why I haven't gotten around to doing my review on these. But now I have a little bit of time, and I'm gonna knock out these reviews. I think. Yeah, the day you're going to be watching this is Wednesday, which is when I'm filming this, and I'm going to post this today, and then the 1929 review tomorrow. So we'll get those knocked out. This whole week, I think I'm going to post every day but Sunday, which is kind of not like me because, like I stated in previous videos, I don't really want to post every single day to try to burn out content, but I also don't like backlogging stuff a whole lot. So I think I'm going to post every day this week except for Sunday. So like Monday, Tuesday, I film my unboxings of the Ganzo 1929, the Ganzo FH41. Yesterday, I posted my unboxing of the McNeese Mac 2 and the Olamic Wayfarer that I have in for loan. Today will be this. Thursday will be the 1929, and then I think Friday and Saturday, I have to film some reviews on. I think the only other loaners I have in right now are that artisan cutlery box that I have in from the Black Widow pass-on group. There's 4 knives in that I need to review. So that'll probably do Friday, Saturday. I'll probably take Sunday off. And then I don't know if I'll go back to my normal posting schedule. I probably will. Because I think my schedule that I'm going to try to get into is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. Because that gives me Monday and Friday and Sunday off. Because for one, like I've stated before, I am a college student, so I don't want to like burn through all the videos I have and then be like, oh, I can only post like one video a week because I don't have that much content to post. And for two, that gives me Monday, because Mondays are kind of crappy and very busy, start of the work week and stuff like that, because I am going to start working once I get home from school. Fridays, like I said, I'll be home from school, and I usually 95% of the time I'm out doing something with my friends or my girlfriend on Friday night, so that gives me that night off. And then Sunday is just kind of a relaxation day, the way I look at it, and then just get geared up for the week. So I think Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday might be my new. I did that I think 2 weeks ago or 1 week ago, and I really like that schedule. So I think that's what I'm going to try to, get into the routine of doing. So hopefully that works out, and we'll see how it goes. But that's kind of my plan as of right now. Enough rambling about my scheduling and stuff like that. You guys are here for the review of the Finch Cimarron. So if you guys watched my unboxing video of the Cimarron and the 1929, you know that Spencer over at Finch graciously sent these two over to me to review and to keep. They were the first knives that a company has really sent out to me and has given to me to keep. And I'm still, when I think about it, I'm still kind of in disbelief and kind of in shock, because I'm a nobody really on YouTube. I think I have like 126 subscribers or something like that as of right now. And when he sent them to me, I was at like 75, I want to say, something like that. And just a quick little backstory on how I got these. I messaged them on Instagram, reaching out to them saying, hey, would you guys be interested in sending me a loaner to review for like 2 weeks, and I'll send back to you guys, because I had seen a lot of videos. I've talked to a lot of guys about them, but I wasn't sure what I wanted to buy. They didn't see that on Instagram for a couple days, and then I was actually on their website, and I saw there was a contact form where it was send them an email. Excuse me. And I was like, you know what? It's worth it to try again. So I basically just copied and pasted my Instagram message over to their email. And within like an hour, they had gotten back to me, and Spencer's response basically was like, to heck with loaners, we're going to send you a couple of knives to review or like check out Review and Keep or something like that, and he did. So again, big shout out to Spencer and Finch Knives. I I can't thank you guys enough for taking the time and the generosity of sending these out to me. You guys have a fan for life now, and I will always support Finch. I do need to get a couple other ones in the collection. I really want to try the Runtley because I really like the overall kind of design of that, and some of the knives that they have coming out in the summer, like the Devil's Finger, and I think it's Lucky 13. It's like the mini swayback. I'm really excited for it. Like the Devil's Finger, I think I'm stoked on that. It's a little has micarta, has a wire clip, and the overall design is just it looks really really cool. So I'm stoked for that one. I don't know when exactly it's dropping, but it'll be dropping this summer sometime. But so yeah, I got the Cimarron in, and I got the Finch 1929. I don't know why I said Finch. You guys obviously know it's Finch. But so I've carried these a decent amount. I really have grown to, and I'm not just saying this because they sent me the knives. I've really grown to enjoy them. They're awesome knives. I believe QSP I think makes Finch. I think the first one, I don't know if it's the Runtley or the Tycuna, was made by Best Tech, I want to say, but I think the rest of them have been made by QSP, and they have. They're a good company. They have really good quality control on their knives, and Finch is a great example of that. So, jumping right into materials, the Cimarron is definitely an interesting looking design and sort of spec here. For blade, it is just this really long. I guess you could call it a drop point, but it's just very long and narrow, and it has it doesn't have a huge. It's not very tall, but it's very long, I guess. So it's bead blasted, very thin behind the edge, almost a full flat grind. This thing is a great slicer. It is in 14C 28N blade steel. There you can see it says Cimarron. And I've recently started getting into 14C 28N because this one has it. The Solaris, the Orion Knife Solaris has it, and the Riffle, Civivi Riffle has it. So I've kind of gotten some good experience with 14C28N, and I can tell you guys that it takes an edge very very well. I've had no complaints with it whatsoever. It seems to be a really good steel for the $75 to $100 range. It seems to be kind of finding its niche there. So yeah, but like I said, it is a almost a full flat ground. There's a little bit of a swedge up here, but this thing slices like no other. It's a very good slicer. At least for the applications that I've used it for, because you guys have to take into account that I'm not out in the woods like chopping stuff down. I normally open boxes, open letters, which I think this thing does phenomenal at because of just the style of blade, the length of blade. So no complaints on the blade steel or anything like that. For scales, we have this nice blue G10 here, but it's layered with green G10, which this probably wouldn't have been the color that I would have bought, but it has grown on me tremendously. I love, the pop of green that gives you. You get that nice blue G10 backspacer. The Finch little logo here is actually a lume, so it's glow in the dark. I don't have a flashlight on me right now, but I did try it and it does work. If you add some light to it and take it away, it does glow in the dark, which is kind of a cool little Easter egg that Finch does. I think that's just a cool personalization kind of touch that a lot of other companies don't really think about. This side we do have a also bead blasted titanium pocket clip. It is not deep carry, but it goes pretty deep into your pocket. For what it is, I don't mind it. I prefer deep carry clips, but I've grown to appreciate this clip for what it is. It is a liner lock with a flipper tab here, and the liners are nested, but there's no really skeletonization going on, but I don't think it really needs it. This knife is pretty lightweight as it is. And I will say that one thing I do like about it is how the blade completely tucks up under or into the belly of the knife, so it's very streamlined and straight across. I think that looks really really good. Overall, I think this knife has a good aesthetic to it. So next we're going to jump into action, and the action on this is really good. Like I said, you do have a flipper tab, but I like how it's shaped. It's very, it's not super tall. It's almost like a very small triangle. It has jimping on both sides. So I really like how it's shaped. And this is a flipper only knife, as you can see. You don't have anything else to flip it open with, or to open it with. And it flips very, very well. It flies right out of there. The D10s have, I think, tuned very nicely on these. And it doesn't ever really fail. It is on bearings, I believe. I always get... most of my knives that I have bearings, but I kind of get confused sometimes with everything that I have in. So obviously you guys can tell there's some things that I need to improve on, like the blade grinds is something that I really, if I'm being completely honest, I can never tell what the hell the different grind is between the two. Because I mean, most of the time I can tell it's a flat grind because that's most of the knives I have. But like if it's a hollow or convex or anything like that, it's really hard for me to tell. So that's something that I definitely need to work on when I'm reviewing stuff like that, because I should probably understand what I'm talking about, which I do most of the time. But obviously there's things I need to improve on. I mean, everyone has stuff that they need to, look into and to work on. So that's just something that I need to. But where was I? Oh, action. Yeah, flipping action is really good. It's very, you get a nice sound. Kind of a nice tactile, pleasurable sound. As you guys know, sounds is definitely a big part of knives, and if they're cool sounding, I think you appreciate and you like that knife more. And this definitely has a cool sound, I think. And then for closure, you do have a liner lock, like I said. And what I normally do is I close it, it hits my nail, and then I just shake it closed. Depending on where my thumb is, if it's high on the liner lock, it'll drop home normally, like the flipper tab will swing past my finger, and I'll get to about that point and I shake it. Or if I'm not really paying attention and I drop it higher, the flipper tab will hit my nail, and then it just takes a few times to shake home. But yeah, overall, this knife is very smooth. Normally it just hits my nail and I take one shake and it's shut. So I think if I, got in there and maybe added a little bit of lube, which I did right away after I got it, so it's probably maybe getting a little dry. This thing would be a complete drop shutter, but I enjoy the action as it is now. So just an overall good action. I enjoy it. So. Next is Ergonomics, or Ergos, and as you guys can see, this knife is very neutral. It's a very neutral. I mean, there's literally, it's straight, and has a little bit of curve back here. There is some jimping up top here, and like I said, jimping on the flipper tab. So I can get all 4 fingers on here very easily with a little bit sticking out of the back. And with the jimping here, it's very fine jimping, so I like it how it gives me good purchase. And I can get all 4 fingers on here, and it's very comfortable. The puck clip is very flush to the scale of the knife, so it doesn't sit proud. It's not a big hot spot. I can feel it's there, but it's definitely more comfortable than a lot of other puck clips. So yeah, Ergos are good. I can get a very good purchase. Sometimes I find myself, if I'm doing real intense work where I need to be kind of precise with my cutting, there is kind of a landing pad. I wouldn't call it a choil, but with the jimping there, you can definitely choke up a little bit and use it. I found myself doing that a couple times, but anything hard I probably wouldn't, because you're more apt to slide off and put your finger on the blade. But if you're cutting something or opening a letter even, yeah, I definitely think this use is applicable. Just because it does give you that jimping there, so you kind of get some traction to hold on to. So I think that either way, you're holding it this way or choke up, it's still very comfortable, because like I said, the overall handle shape is just very neutral. No hot spots. The G10 is very nicely done, contoured in spots where you think it'd be contoured, and rounded off very nicely. So Ergos are good. Next, we're going to go over carry. And like I said, the pod clip is a titanium pod clip, but it is not deep carry. It goes, decently deep in your pocket, but you still have about, I'd say about that much showing, which is okay. Not the biggest fan of it, but I think the pocket clip looks really nicely done, and it kind of flows with the knife. I talk about that a lot. I think that when pocket clips aesthetically look good on a knife, it makes the knife just a little bit better. Because sometimes pocket clips seem like they're almost like an afterthought, and they're just kind of like thrown on the knife, and it looks kind of ugly and just kind of out of place. But I think this one looks nice. I think it looks very like they intended to put this on the Cimarron. I like it. So this is about the. I mean, this is, I think, a little too big for me to be a secondary. So I do carry this as a primary. It goes in my front right pocket. Only the other thing that goes in there is my phone, as you guys know. It's very smooth. The only thing you do have is a little bit of a flipper tab, but it's not, like I said, it's not very tall, so it's very kind of out of the way. And like I said, it is a decently lightweight knife for having no holes cut out or milled on the liners. It's very lightweight and very easy to carry, so no complaints there. I guess carry, if I was gonna say anything bad about the knife, I would just prefer to have a deep carry clip, but it is what it is. So and my last thing that I like to go over, as you guys know, is price point. And this knife cost, I believe, $89 from Finch's website. It is the cheapest knife that Finch offers currently, and I think it's a good value for $90. You're getting, a good blade steel for that price point. Keeps a very good edge. It's very slacy. It has a good grind. The G10 is very nicely done. You get that layered G10, and it also comes in gray and yellow, black, and some sort of green, I believe. I'll leave a link to Finch's website, specifically to the Cimarron, and their Instagram page down below if you're interested to go check them out. But I believe those are the other couple colors that the Cimarron comes in. You're getting a nice titanium pocket clip, just a very streamlined design. I think when it's all put together, the knife is very, like I said, I love how it just tucks up into the belly and it's just completely flat. You don't have any of the blades sticking out. I think that looks really cool and really interesting. And yeah, I do think the $90 is worth it. And I would pay that. Now that, I'm not going to lie, I was kind of on the fence about it before I experienced the Cimarron, but I have grown to really like it for what it is. To me, whenever I see the design right away, this just looks like a fishing knife. This looks like a knife that you would have on you if you're out fishing, on the boat with you, whatever you have, you know what I mean? Like if you're on the edge of a lake, if you're on a boat, if you're on a canoe, in a kayak, whatever. This seems to be a knife that, it's not water resistant. It's prone to rusting and stuff like that. It's not like it's Van X, but this just looks like a fillet knife. And I'm sure that it will catch some pocket time because I do like to fish during the summer. I'm sure it'll catch some pocket time whenever I'm outdoors and fishing because to me, it screams sort of a fishing knife. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just because it's such a long, narrow blade that reminds me of a filleting knife, but that's just kind of what my brain thinks about it. So this will get a lot of carrying whenever I'm out, fishing or really hiking or anything. This is just a good all-around EDC knife. And I have grown to really appreciate the Cimarron. So that'll be kind of it for today, guys, or at least for this video. Not for today, so I have another video to do. I appreciate you guys stopping back in and for checking out my video and for checking out the channel. Again, I love talking to you guys. I love all of you. I appreciate those who have subscribed and continually watch every video that I produce. Just makes my heart happy. And again, shout out to Finch and shout out to Spencer. You guys are awesome. Thank you again so much for sending me this and for the 1929. I have grown to love these knives. Finch is an awesome company. Again, go check them out in the description, and I will leave a link to their website and their Instagram page in the description. Go check them out. And yeah, that's really all I have to say about today, or about this knife, guys. So again, thank you guys so much for stopping back in. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.